The characters behind the craft. How Nero inspires my beer. Hey everyone, it's Tim with you. Today I'm diving into one of my favorite projects outside of art, Legend Brewing. It's a passion project where my love for craft beer and my creative universe, Legend of Nero, come together in a way that's honestly pretty magical. I'm sharing how my characters inspired my signature brews, the flavors behind each beer, and my ultimate dream of opening a real-world brewery tied to Nero's epic world. Let's crack open a bottle, figuratively for now, and get into it. Today I want to talk about something I'm super excited about, Legend Brewing. About a year ago, I decided I wanted to dive into the world of craft beer. I've always been a big fan of beer. I love the process, the creativity, the flavors. I'll admit it, I'm kind of a beer snob. So I thought, why not learn how to make it myself? I started my journey into brewing, did a ton of research, and brewed batch after batch, trying to wrap my head around the science and the art of it all. As of right now, I'm about 20 brews in and finally getting a decent handle on it. But here's where it gets really fun. Legend Brewing isn't just me brewing beer for the sake of brewing beer. It's tied directly into the universe I've created, the Legend of Nero saga. The Nero world is this huge storytelling universe I've been building for years, full of lore, characters, and epic adventures. Legend Brewing exists inside that world. It's an in-universe brewery, but it's also becoming something real in our world. It's a perfect bridge between my art, my stories, and my love for craft beer. One day, my dream is to actually open Legend Brewing as a physical brewery and tap room where I can serve the beers I've been developing, each one inspired by characters and lore from Nero. Right now though, everything is still homebrew. No beer is for sale yet, and there's no tap room, at least not yet. Maybe in a few years, but first, I've got to get the Legend of Nero off the ground. So let's talk beer. The very first beer I created was a milk stout. I'm a huge fan of milk stouts. They're dark, smooth, and often brewed with lactose for a rich, creamy body. If you've ever had Texas's Lakewood Brewing Temptress or Dragon's Milk from New Holland, you know the vibe I'm talking about. My first milk stout is called the Necromancer. It's inspired by Natasha, one of the main antagonists in the Nero story, and yes, brace yourself, Natasha is a necromancer. But she's not innately evil. We'll dive deeper into her character in another post, but for now, all you need to know is that she's extremely conflicted. She craves power. She's got a dark side, but there's also this glimmer of hope in her. She's layered, emotional, complicated. So I wanted the Necromancer Stout to reflect that complexity. It's a base milk stout, but I've added cinnamon, powdered sugar, and chocolate. It's dark and rich, just like Natasha's vibe. She's always in dark clothing with deep purple hair, and this beer feels like her in liquid form. I brewed it several times, and honestly, I love it. It's probably my signature brew so far, and would definitely be the first beer I'd want to launch commercially. It just fits her character so perfectly. But that's not all. I've been experimenting with all kinds of styles. More milk stouts, IPAs, holiday ales, and a bunch of ciders. And since I love ciders, let's talk about one of my favorites. It's called the Celestial Raspberry Cider, and it's inspired by Mia, another major character from Nero. Mia's not human. She's a celestial being from another plane. Her entire purpose is to protect Adriana, our protagonist. But of course, things are never that simple. Mia's story gets tangled up in conflicting emotions, loyalty, and romantic feelings she doesn't fully understand. She's tall, powerful, fiercely protective, and she's got this bright pink hair that goes all the way to the ground like a dragon's tail. She's a warrior, but also incredibly kind and feminine. So I thought a cider would be perfect for her. Light, bright, a little unexpected. And I've actually made 2 versions to reflect her dual nature. Reserved. This one represents Mia's inner conflict and reserved nature. It's a sweet cider with apples, raspberry puree, and vanilla. It's smooth, soft, and a little mysterious. Awakened. This one reflects Mia's fiery, confident side. It's dry hopped with mosaic hops and has sharper, crispier bite. But it's still based on the same core recipe. It's bold, bright, and full of personality, just like her when she embraces who she is. Both versions are delicious. I brewed them multiple times and I'm working on perfecting the consistency. Last beer for today. My first holiday ale. I brewed this one last December as Christmas gifts for friends and family. I designed custom 6-pack carriers, bottle labels, basically the whole branding experience. It was such a fun project. This ale is actually the first beer I modeled after Adriana, Nero's protagonist and the very first character I ever created. You'd think she'd be the first beer I brewed, but she's such a unique character that it took me a while to find a flavor profile that felt right. She's sweet, gentle, but carries a huge weight on her shoulders, a complex balance that's tricky to capture in a drink. So instead of a regular beer, I went for something seasonal and special. The holiday ale was medium to dark bodied, flavored with nutmeg and cinnamon for those cozy holiday vibes. It poured beautifully and tasted great. The only problem? I accidentally undercarbonated the bottles because I used carbonation tablets. A mistake I'll never make again. The brew missed out on that sweet bottle popping sound. And fizz. Instead, the beer was just shy of tasting flat. Very disappointing. Lesson learned. I've since switched to more precise dual fermenter process and carefully calculated carbonation levels. Despite that hiccup, the beer was a success and I'll definitely make it again. I've got plenty more in the works, everything from a dragon fruit IPA to a campfire cuddle s'more stout. I'm building a signature lineup of beers that merge my love of art, storytelling, and brewing. It's an exciting journey, and I'm loving every minute of it. So until next time, this is Tim, signing out.